Hi, Jeremy Cordeaux in the Court of Public Opinion. I'm just on air here to let you know that we'll be live streaming the Court of Public Opinion every Friday between 9 o'clock and 12 on jeremycordeaux.com. Please join us. We'd love to have you.
Hey Adelaide, it's your boy Con from BTC, Brighton Trophy Centre.
Mates, damn good mates. You ready, mate?
And now it's time for BTM.
The place to be.
Best
It's about
Team
that
Mates. Let's go.
Sono qui con I miei amici alla network di Auscast.
Okay, that means we have been away for the past couple of weeks in Italian. Welcome to Best Teammates, brought to you proudly by Con and Lena at Brighton Trophy Centre. Steve, Stavros, the Pirate Mind and Movement Physio, Shifty Lizard too. Welcome back, Jarrod Walsh here, Andy Martin. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, you guys too. It's been ages. Since I've sitting in this seat, it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it feels a bit weird to be back. So we've got a lot to catch up on. Matty Burgess, hello.
G'day. Yeah, it is good to be back. There's obviously a gap between Adelaide and why the fuck do you work here? He's been able to fit us in, which is nice.
That's true. Thank you. I mean, that's a real
fired.
sleep. Rosie, hello. How are you?
I'm OG. Oh my goodness! Really?
We have a lot coming up on the podcast.
Can I just stop down and just? I need to appreciate your hair, Andy. You
Thank
look like you're doing a '70s tribute show this weekend.
What's happening?
Yeah, come down to the 70s tribute show at the Arkabar.
We should actually start by saying yesterday was Andy Martin's birthday.
Oh, yeah,
so happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Birthday, mate.
And I love you and happy birthday. Your hair looks great.
Thank you.
One of the things that I loved about Andy when we worked together at the radio station was that Andy would walk in quite dishevelled, kind of like the way he looks now, and then he'd go, I'll be back in a sec. And then an hour later, he would walk in like he'd just won the lotto because he had a haircut and he looked incredible. Tintin, I've still got... So Andy's picture when he calls me is Tintin when he rings my phone because a haircut makes you a new man, doesn't it?
It really does. Yeah.
I don't have that problem. That's why I'm asking these questions. I'm fascinated with haircuts.
And I get that.
What's it like having hair?
It's pretty good.
I've never seen it this long. It's luscious. Your hair is luscious when you let it grow.
Yeah. Mum likes it. That's about it.
What do you like with body hair? Because you can't really grow a beard. Like the facial hair you have at the moment, I'm guessing is about a week.
Yeah.
Sorry, banging.
What is there banging next door?
It's the brothel.
Oscars has moved to Hanson Road.
Yeah. It's hard Tuesdays, and they just go hard all day Tuesday.
Wow.
So anyway, that was Rosie singing Happy Birthday to me yesterday.
Yeah, and the weird thing was there's no audio effects on your voice, is there? That was your
that
voice.
was my voice. Yeah, all natural, guys.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I do like using the Bitmoji.
I didn't know how to do that. I tried to find it, but I couldn't do anything. And then in between Matty sending photos of Wayne Wiedemann, I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I don't know why I sent them.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay, well, happy birthday, mate. We do have another clue to the Shifty Sound coming up because no one's guessed it. So it's been a very long time, though. So last week, something came up that I needed to attend to. And then Friday, that was my fault again because there was an event in the city where they opened up the East End, which I've never actually had wine at the East End before, apart from Nola. It was amazing. So it was called Winterpalooza. Baker Boy performed live. Jimmy Two Socks, who is half of Flight Facilities. It's really good, and it was done last minute as well. So I think like the state government said, we're celebrating the fact that South Australia is the third most livable city in the world. Let's put on something to give back to all of the businesses. And the thing that really stood out for me was watching Baker Boy, who's amazing. Never seen him.
Well, I was just going to say, who is Baker Boy, and does he make sausage rolls?
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought originally. But Baker Boy is Indigenous artist who was Young Australian of the Year back in 2019.
Did he unearth, or he was like a young, like Triple J kind of discovered him? He's a rapper.
Yeah.
Is he South Australian?
No.
Okay.
So he snuck in. They got him in an exemption basically the night before the borders opened back to South Australia from Victoria. Because when you do something at short notice, they're like, I think there was a couple of artists' names thrown up. I think G Flip's name was thrown up, but then I think G Flip's in Queensland, I think, or New South Wales. But anyway, she couldn't come. So eventually it happened. But the Premier was there, and I watched one of the owners of a business say to the Premier, "Thank you so much for doing this." It was at this stage, it was about 7:30. He said, "Already we've tripled our Friday night take-ins."
And it was a pretty cold night. It was
pissed down with rain before, pissed down with rain afterwards.
It's a wintry night, so that's amazing.
Yeah, it was cool though. And like the fact that we can still do stuff kind of in South Australia, it was a nice celebration to actually do it, but the vibe was really cool. Apart from the fact my job was to stand on the stage and do all the COVID restrictions. So I literally had to go, excuse me.
Well, that was good timing. Yeah. That was very good timing. Did you actually do that?
You didn't do that properly. You're supposed to cover your mouth with the elbow.
Sorry. I had to stand on stage and go, all right, here's the restrictions. Because it was a COVID-managed event, SA Health were there, the coppers were there. No one was allowed to dance. No one was allowed to stand up if they were eating or drinking. They had
Did you have to do sign language for blind people?
No, I didn't.
Or for deaf people? Whatever. What are you sign language for again? Anyway, did you have to do sign language? No, okay.
That would be quite the skill to add to your MC catalogue of skills.
It would be very good. So the funny thing was that Hans got on stage, and Hans is very flamboyant, an incredible entertainer, though, to watch Matt Gilvinson or Hans put on a show. But Hans gets up and goes, "Everybody get up and start dancing." And then I had to watch security tell them all to sit down. It was a pretty full-on experience, but that's why I couldn't come last Friday, so I apologise, guys.
No, that's all right. Just changed my whole day around to come here, but Anyway,
well, we
welcome.
had to change a couple of things because obviously we were going to go down to Shifty Lizard. The guys there wanted us to go and do that live podcast, and that is happening. But when we finish recording today, we're going to lock down a date and do it, whether it's during the day or at night time. They did say that we can go down during the evening, that if that fits in with Rosie's schedule, because Rosie, you're a bit different today as well, because I reckon you woke up a little bit later this morning to get into work. Is that right? Because you seem refreshed.
Yeah, I had half an hour extra sleep.
There you go.
In radio's terms, that's a lot.
Correct.
Yeah, my alarm went off at 4:30 instead of at 4:05. Actually, my maths is terrible. That's only 25 minutes.
Matty, you're still tired after doing like a reunion show on the weekend. What was that like?
It was all right.
It looked huge.
It was busy. Yeah, it was really busy. Was it like the Friends reunion where you all sit down at the end and talk to a host? Corden came out. And they asked me a bunch of questions. No, it was obviously we couldn't fly any acts in from Melbourne or any other state basically at the moment. So the owner said, "Would you be keen to do a comeback set?" And I said, "No." And he said, "All right." He said, "Well, I need you to." And I said, "All right, I'll help you out." So I went in there and just played for an hour, and now I remember why I stopped playing in the first place, because it actually knackered me for about 3 days.
So when you play for an hour, you are obviously, because what's your normal set time normally if you're going to play a gig before pre-retirement?
It was probably an hour and a half.
What time was the set?
1 till 2 a.m., which was pretty early. Like when I was doing close at Red Square, sometimes like they were the longer ones where I used to start at 3 and finish at anywhere between 7 and 9.
That's hefty.
So do you go to sleep when you're playing those 3 a.m. gigs?
No, I couldn't, because otherwise I wouldn't sleep when I got home.
Yeah.
And I was always so paranoid that my alarm would never go off. Which only happened once.
Yeah, that's a massive radio nightmare as well.
And I wouldn't sleep anyway because I'd know I've got, you do that. If I fall asleep now, I'll get 4 hours.
Correct.
Sleep. Yeah.
Okay, I'm a bit of a loser.
Yeah, okay, all right. So come on, Rosie.
All right, next caller.
I have never stuck around. Please don't take that out of context.
What context can you take?
Just give me a second. I've never stuck around long enough to see what a dance floor looks like at 6 a.m. What's it look like?
It's tough going. Yeah.
Is it pretty empty?
not too bad. No, people hang around and they're
it's quality versus
shadows,
quantity.
Yeah, they're shadows of their former selves. Like it's pretty funny. Like when you know closing time's coming up and you can see guys just gravitate to any female that's left. Basically,
really?
Yeah. Well, they put in some yards in that last 15 minutes.
When those lights come up, it's probably the worst time in history.
It's worse when you walk outside. It's worse when you walk outside and there's people out for breakfast and
Oh, yeah.
And also for some food.
That's mum's got a pancake spread on.
I played at a place called Tramp in Melbourne once.
Yeah.
It's on King Street, and my set time was 8 till 9 a.m.
What?
And I actually walked out, and the exit to the venue is right at one of the most popular tram stops opposite the aquarium. And there's just
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Parents with their kids getting on, and you walk out and you're like, oh my God, what have I just done?
King Street's notoriously not like the friendliest street.
No.
Like going back to Underbelly days. That was on King Street where a lot of the action happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like on the corner of King Street and I think Flinders Street there was a pub there which was like where everything kind of started. There was a huge brawl and people were hit with pool cues and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
The first season of Underbelly covers that, I think.
That's actually quite good. I watched that again not long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pick up a lot more the second time you watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and it also doesn't really feel like real.
No.
And you're like, I know all of this definitely happened.
Yeah.
It's not very good. So we've got other stuff coming up, including the best team 8 we haven't done for a while. We've got the quiz Rosie's been hanging on to for a while. Can I quickly ask you guys, because this is an experience that I went through last week, and it's kind of going on from the signs that you know that you are old, that we went through in the last best team 8 that we did.
Yes.
I can't do hangovers anymore, and I've briefly told you about this, Rosie, that when we spoke about it at the footy when you were hitting on me on the weekend. I'm
not even responding.
What are you guys like with hangovers now? I know we've briefly touched on this, but can you explain maybe the 12 hours post waking up from a big night out, what that is like for you now compared to what it used to be like?
Yeah, I feel like if I don't move, I'm okay.
Yeah?
I lay in bed and open my eyes. I'm like, don't move. Don't you fucking move because I'm going to vomit.
So you vomit, okay? You're a vomiter.
Yeah, I'm a vomiter, and never thought I'd say that before.
Tell us about yourself, mate.
I'm a vomiter. Haven't vomited for a while now. It's been good. My wife is actually the worst hungover person in the world.
Wow.
She had a really big night on Saturday night, and I had to go pick her up from down at Glenelg.
From Red Square at 5 a.m.
I had to go to Reds after, so I went and picked her up, and she sent me a message and she said, can you come and get me? I said, yeah, no worries. Jumped in the car, flying down Brighton Road, and then she messages me and she goes, what are you doing? I said, come to get you. She goes, oh, I'll cancel the Uber then. I was, righto, I know, this is going to be a fun trip home. Anyway, after Hungry Jackson, got her home and into bed and all that sort of stuff. And I remember I got home from Reds about 3 o'clock and she was out to it. And then the next morning, she sort of woke up, she rolled over and she looked at me and she goes, Matt, it's not good. And I went, all right, I'm off to Mum and Dad's. I'll see you later. Off for a pancake spread. See you later. That's right.
What about you, Andos? What are you like when you're hungover now?
I'm a vomiter.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah, thank you. It has been 600 days since my last vomit.
I find that hard to believe, but yeah.
No, I think the last half largest night that I had out was probably Yaz's 30th, which you were at, Rosie, and that was like 2 years ago.
It really was
I beg
a while
to differ.
ago.
I reckon the Christmas party we had with Con and Kieran
fair call.
That's pretty
that's
large,
big.
man. You really did enjoy yourself that night.
Yeah, that
That's
was
a
last
good
night.
sign. You wiped the
something
memory
on
of
the
it.
next
Hell.
day.
Yeah. I black out a lot, guys. I don't know if you noticed. I'm hideous. Basically, the next morning, like I'm quite controlled with how much I drink now. Like I know when to stop.
Yeah.
I know when I reach my peak of funness and telling the stories that everyone wants to hear. Do you ever get to that point where you're like, you've tipped that past that level and you're like, all right, let's just go. It's basically when the booze tastes like ass.
Right.
And
I want more.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this tastes like poop. No.
Is that okay?
With some hair in it, which is weird.
Yeah, I was
anyway.
going to say, you start picking up random drinks off the bar.
Yeah. What are you drinking? Have you guys ever done shots out of a... Anyway, butt shots,
Random glasses off the toilet floor.
Yeah, well, the best teammates Christmas party will be fun this year. I can educate you guys. So when the booze starts to taste pretty ordinary and you go, that's my point now where I know I can't go further than that. And I know that I'll definitely have a hangover the next day. Like if it was seedy as, usually have a vom in the morning.
Yep.
But I hydrolyte up. I try to prep for that hangover.
You're an experienced campaigner.
Yeah, I really am. I went years without doing that sort of stuff. Yeah. And like in the early 20s, fine as. You can roll on the next day, easy as.
It's funny how it just hits you. Like you hit a certain age or a certain point in your life where like you can go and get smashed on a Friday night, wake up feeling pretty good Saturday. Yep. Then you go get smashed on the Saturday night and you feel like shit on Sunday. Yep. Like it just happens.
27 to 33, I reckon. That's probably the where it started. The hangover started to go longer.
Yeah,
and they are now hideous now.
Okay, Rosie, what about you?
It all depends.
Because you seem to get blind every weekend.
It all depends if I
sparklers in the bottles.
Lucy over here.
I mean,
Rosie getting lit.
Yeah, I asked Rosie on the weekend, when's the last time you had a drink? She's like, what, today?
Oh no! This is everything I say is going to just make me look really bad. It all depends if I have shots. If I have shots, I feel like I'm dying. Yeah. There's always hydrolytes in my freezer ready to go.
What's your shot of choice?
What's my shot? Oh, anything.
Okay.
Picky.
Yeah. Do you have a kettle in here or a teapot? Do you have a teapot in here?
Is the sexual toy?
No. See, if you had a teapot, we could sit it on what you're wearing, Rosie.
Okay.
You mean
okay, you took a stab at my coat when I walked in. Are you now taking a stab at my top? Do you want me to take another layer off?
The doily. You saying it's a tea cozy?
Sorry, continue.
It's very visual. What am I don't know. It depends if I have shots.
So, have you ever vommed? Or are you
always.
a vommer? Yeah, okay.
Not always. Well, this is bad again. Sometimes I like to just encourage it before I go to bed.
No, it's a tactical vom.
Yeah. But recently, a real sign that I'm getting old is I get home, whatever time it is. I did this recently at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I made pastina, which is like little small pasta.
Oh, so pastina?
Pasta means pasta. If you make it ina, and then it means little. So it's like almost macaroni, I guess. So I went home and made Chris and I this cheese and egg pasta.
You made it from scratch?
Did you make the pasta from scratch?
No, I made
blind at 2 in the morning.
Yeah. And I'm convinced it's the key to lessening the hangover.
What, do some work?
Because it's really salty.
I'm going to get home next time and build a fucking wall.
So I had an event 2 weeks ago, and the reason why I asked you guys is because this is probably the most disappointing and embarrassing hangover I've ever had. So throughout the day, the only thing I consumed was a protein shake, right? So that morning, my missus and I went to Hallett Cove to do that nice walk.
Oh, yeah, the boardwalk.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was.
Could have rung me, but anyway.
No,
fall down a cliff there, did you?
No, it was okay. It's pretty nice. There's a nice cafe at the bottom. I don't know what the cafe is.
I've told you the story how I came off a bike off the side of that cliff there.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
No.
For chicks.
What's it look cool?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I think it was like...
For chicks.
Nothing cooler than a guy looking like a rag doll down the side of a cliff.
Gonna say, you know what girls want, Andy. It was pretty hot.
I regret nothing.
Broken shoulder.
Bit of hot rod about that.
No, what happened was in my downhill mountain biking days, or the cross-country mountain biking days...
Is this pre or post servo worker Andy and
this
swimmer Andy?
Forecourt. This is still at school.
Yeah, forecourt.
Yeah, this is pre-forecourt and
pre-foreskin industry.
No. At a point, no.
Just because you say edit pointed doesn't mean it's going to leave.
Yeah, I'll forget about it.
It's so funny when you hear him, like, when he says that here, and then we listen back to the episode, and he doesn't edit it.
Where did Andy's whole story go? Just disappeared in thin air. No, so when we used to ride bikes in my late school sort of years, one of the courses we'd do, Blen Eschel Park, Dingley Dell near Flinders Uni.
Dingley Dell?
Dingley Dell.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's near that.
It's the opposite side of the road
like
me.
Darlington there, or it's not.
Adrian Bryan Ford.
Yeah.
The corner there. Crossroads from that.
Near the Tonsley.
Yeah. Yeah, but further towards.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. Edit point. Edit all that out. And we'd also get out of Hallett Cove and ride the tracks through there. And this is probably before safety. Anyway,
for safety.
Yeah. So we're like cruising through the tracks, and then I was like, "Oh fuck, there's 3 chicks hanging up here, yeah, boy." and I've cruised up really. What? Hey, what? And I've cruised up really fast, and then I've skid, they call it. You know, locked up your back brake and slide into them. You know, like slide it. Here goes.
Wow.
And as I've slid,
Sounds hot so far.
Obviously, I wasn't that good at physics at school. And this is the point where I was really failing that sort of subject. And I've cruised in, skidded, and slid right up to them and slid past them. And then, like, literally stopped right on the edge of the track and this, like, cliff. And I've looked at them, they've looked at me, and they look shocked. And I was like, well, that's weird. They look heaps shocked. And that's because my whole body and the bike had stopped and started to move towards the cliff. And then over I went into a bush, like down the cliff. And then I was like stuck there for a good probably 15 minutes trying to get out. But
oh my
that's what
God.
happened.
Rosie, if you saw that, if you were one of those 3 girls that saw that, tell me what you'd think.
Oh, no. I mean, I'd rush to help you, I would suggest.
Mission accomplished.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Is that what they did?
No, they ran off. And my mates had to help me out.
I need mouth to mouth. Why? Your legs in a bush.
And what? And then the bike was damaged and they had to walk it back down to Brighton, so that was great. But that was really early days.
Wow, that's commitment.
Hey ladies, how you guys going? I ride a mountain bike. You want to come for a ride?
Wow.
That's before I knew what riding was.
You sounded like me at the soccer.
Yeah.
So we did that. I had a protein shake and then I had to go host this event. Now, keeping in mind, I'm going to be very clear with you what I drank for the evening. I had 2 soda waters, right?
Yeah.
Following on from that, in between the hours of 4 p.m. and midnight, I had 8 red Peronis. 8 red Peronis.
Right.
Now, they're quite easy to drink, the red
What are the
Peroni.
percentage on the Peroni?
It's just a standard
5.
beer. Yeah, it's a
5,
standard
okay.
drink, but they're very easy to drink. So over that stretch from 4 p.m. till midnight, which is 8 hours, it's less than a beer an hour.
Okay.
So I thought
driven.
that's exactly right. It was fine.
I wouldn't have, but you could have.
I got home and then some stuff happened in between me leaving and going home, which you know about,
Stole a
which
car?
we can't talk about on the podcast. Woke up the next morning and I was like, okay, I'm not feeling that great. I'm going to vomit. And I didn't think I needed to vomit. I didn't think I'd drunk enough to actually justify that because I didn't mix my drinks or anything.
You didn't drive home.
No, I didn't drive home. Got
Just
an
to
Uber home.
confirm that, great.
So went to the shower and was starting to dry reach, but nothing was coming up. And it's that horrible feeling of your body trying to vomit, but nothing coming up. So I was
'cause you
fucked
haven't eaten.
for the whole day because I didn't eat. So then the next day, I'd put my neck out because I was dry reaching so much with nothing
my
coming
God.
up. It was the most embarrassing hangover that I've had because I didn't drink enough to justify a hangover. If I mixed my drinks, had a couple of gins, some wines, fantastic, it makes sense. This one didn't. So
Did you have Rain walk in, like when you're in the toilet going, Daddy, what are you doing?
that was the most disappointing part was that I was looking at my 5-month-old going, I have to look after you for an hour, and I was on the couch not moving and she's smiling at me. I'm like, I felt like a failure. It was horrible. It was so bad.
Do you reckon she knew?
100%. She'd be
so
judging
she's
me.
Smell on his
That's why she was
breath.
so happy.
Yeah, it was so weird. So then now my hangovers also have an effect in the afternoon where I probably feel okay in the morning. The afternoon, I'm horrible.
So you get worse as time goes on.
I think I do now. I used to be, if I vomit everything up, and that last vomit, it's very graphic. The last vomit, you get some of your stomach lining up.
Yeah.
Then you go, no, I'm good now.
A bit of bile.
Yeah, the bile. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the last bit.
Have you ever done the black stuff, like the actual stomach lining?
Oh my God. No.
Have you?
And also thrown up? Yeah.
I didn't know there was a colour after yellow.
My first ever Christmas party for Nova, which was out the front of where was it? It was in Light Square. It's now that
Shots.
aquarium.
Oh, garage.
it
Where's
was a
Car
garage.
performed? I wasn't there for that one. But
I was
Where's
at the
Car?
front. I just started Nova like 3 months earlier. I was at the Casanova that got
Casanova.
loose as fuck. And
This is why they don't invite the Casanovas anywhere.
that's right. But I was in the gutter out the front, spewing everywhere, and you did the layers. So like you did your food, your drink,
While
then
still in the
your
gutter.
bile, and then the black stuff comes up, and that's
Oh.
allegedly your stomach lining. And I just remember Graham Corns walking past and just going. Like shaking his head at me. I was like, whatever, Leatherman. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I've only ever been, the only time I've ever been kicked out of a venue was because I vomited at the bar.
What?
Yeah, it was a place in Melbourne called Eve. on City Road. And, when you go away with your mates and you're like, I'm just going to drink abnormal amounts of alcohol. Jarrod does it every year. Yeah. So we just did that. And, we went to this place and it was about 3 or 4 a.m. So probably time to wrap it up. And walked down the stairs, went straight to the bar and just vomited all over it. And
on the bar.
On the bar.
Yeah.
On the bar. Got a tap on the shoulder from security. He said, "Let's go, champ." I said, "Yep, fair, cool."
It's like when I DJ'd the Goodie, and then that was me before the gig.
Hey, let's go to Sexy Sam. We haven't heard an update from the press box ep in a while, and there's a little bit to get through with what's going on with these guys. We need to talk about something. Let's just listen to a bit of sex now. Sexy Sam.
Wow.
Shout out to Sam Tugwell, who's doing a great job on the 5AA Sports Show this week. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we should address. So the boys from Pressbox are doing the City Bay. So they're going to be taking part. Sam Tugger Tugwell, and Jack Paul Hudson, Dale Dustin Fletcher, and Jace Sean Kemp. So they're going to be doing that, raising money for childhood cancer, I believe, which is fantastic. As soon as they announced that they were doing it, whoever runs our Twitter account wrote back to them saying, "Hey, we'll jump on board." Right? So that was a response. But then in their follow-up podcast, they said, apparently, because I don't really listen to it, they said, "You know what, guys? Let's nominate a podcast and see if they'll get on board. Let's nominate best teammates." Even though we actually said first, we'll get on board.
It's true to form. But that is also radio. You do these things where you've already prepared it.
Exactly. So we've got to work out what we're doing. I'm actually keen to do it.
August 31st?
Yeah.
19th of September. There's 2 dates here. I'm very Oh, wait, it's September 19th.
You'll look at the competition to win a car, I think.
That is exactly what... September 19th is the event.
That's a Sunday.
If the planets align, I'm happy to do it. And if you guys aren't do it, I'll do it on behalf of us. But I think it's nice. You can walk it.
So that's if you're not emceeing it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Or you can MC it while he does it.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, get a headset.
So if you want to take part in it, so that's one part. The second part is we need to play some of the sexy stuff that they've been discussing because it's a very hard-hitting sports podcast. So let's have a listen to a couple of them.
Wow, that's a quality route.
Sexy. Sam, who's just real up and about.
I can't even think of the actual context in sport where that would work.
Wow, that's a quality route.
He's maybe thinking about, a way to, like they call America, you take Route 66.
Yeah.
That's
or maybe they've just got a new segment which is not sports related, but they might think it's just to talk about
That's a good one. That's good.
Thanks.
Well, that would make sense on this one.
Up the butch.
Sexy Haddo.
Up the butch.
Up the bush.
Yeah, and I think that's quite offensive. So when they normally start a podcast at Pressbox Sam, we've had 2 weeks to kind of sit on this, so to speak.
Up the butch.
Normally what we talk about in radio, when we used to do it, and you still do it, Rosie, is to apply a sort of energy when it comes to introducing the show and to the audience, because it's really important to be that high energy for the team. So we know that Sam is always up and about, right? Sam is the energy of that show. You can tell he's up and about on the show. Come on, let's all do it.
On the show.
Can you do one, Rosie?
On the show.
Okay, fantastic. So what I want you to listen to here, this is the build-up of the latest Pressbox ep, where there's really high energy. Sam sets the bar really high until he throws to Dustin, whose energy is a little bit different. Have a listen.
Yes, good to be back another week in the Pressbox studios. I can see Jace Kemp, I can see Dale Fletcher, Jack Hudson, and I'm here as well, Sam Tugwell. Great to be with you for another week. Boys, how are we?
Going all right.
It's like that breath also explains so much as well. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It's his first one. He took a breath before
Save some energy for the rest of us, Dale.
No, they're good lads. We like having a listen to them, and they know we take the piss out of them in true just love, and we expect it back tenfold, which is fantastic. What's your relationship like with Uber Eats, guys? I wanted to ask you about that. It's not a loaded question because I have a horrible relationship with Uber Eats I wanted to discuss, but over to you guys. How frequently are you Uber Eating?
Well, not as much anymore, but everyone knows the story how I Uber Eats the Pepsi Max, and that was it. So that's about the extent of mine.
Have you ever had to complain to Uber Eats?
Every time.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would you have to complain? No, for me.
Missing food.
Complete wrong order.
Yeah, complete wrong order. Yeah,
once was my fault.
Yep.
Well, we don't use Uber Eats anymore.
How did you realise it was your fault?
I found the food. They said they delivered it, and I couldn't find it. I complained where he got the food, and then found it at the other door.
Where was it?
Up the butch.
We use DoorDash now because we can get so many more places.
Okay, DoorDash.
DoorDash, yeah. But Macca's is probably the worst with drivers going in there and grabbing the wrong orders.
Yeah,
because obviously the kids, Happy Meals is what they want, and Happy Meals are what they get. Always stuffing up. Either shit's melted, or they took too long, it's cold, or there's missing pieces. One time we didn't actually get a meal. The driver took off with it. Never came back.
I once ordered a complete meal from Macca's, and the guy delivered this like ice frappe, and that was it. And I'm like, how could you get that wrong?
How did it taste so?
I didn't have it.
Oh.
No, I don't like it.
Threw it in his face.
Never complained.
You know, you should put that.
Up the butch.
You've never complained.
Never. No, maybe I don't get it. Maybe I don't get it that often.
You got a
You
good
get
strike
refunds, girl.
Well, should I start complaining for things that haven't
I used
gone
to
wrong?
think about it. Sometimes my order went wrong. So Uber's got enough money that if you complain and it's legitimate, you'll get your money back.
As long as,
get it credited.
Uber's paying you, not the poor drivers.
No,
who
the
are
poor
making
driver.
little money to nut.
Well, let me raise this for you then.
To really dampen the spirit.
No, it hasn't dampened anything. So on the weekend, I thought I would treat the family with Subway via Uber Eats because.
What a treat!
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Dad. You're the best. Was it from On the Run? That's so good. Can I have 2 for 1 iced coffees at the same time? Thanks, Dad.
So
3 cookies.
We all shared. So I've made the order, and I needed to eat by a particular time. And then it said, your order has arrived. And now, because of COVID, they just leave it on your doorstep. So I had a look and there was no one there. So then you can go into the option of chatting to the driver. And the driver said, what house number are you? So I had a look and I had put on the address, the actual street name and not the house number. So on the chat, I wrote, great, we are number 18.
Yeah.
Great, no worries, see you in a sec. I waited for 10 minutes. Nothing. The driver just pissed off.
Really?
So I've walked up the street and I've had a look at all the houses. There's no Subway on any of the doorstep. So I'm like, has the driver just thought, actually, you know what? I'm in the wrong because I didn't put specifically the house number and he's taken the meal. So then I complained to Uber and got my money back, which is great. And then my wife ordered it. But that happens to me all the time. I think I'm cursed by Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Or is your house impossible to find?
No, it's pretty obvious. It's out there.
I live on a corner block. And I'm 34A, and then there's 34 next to me. And I always have to go out and stand at my gate with like, my little torch on because they always go next door.
Yeah.
Always. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah. Well,
Let's go into the best teammate. It is so good to be back.
The best team. 8.
The best team 8, where we all bring 2 answers, I guess you call them. What would you call them? What would you call them? The 2 pieces of input, 2 things to a certain
2 dot
topic.
points.
Yeah, 2 dot points to a certain topic that we ask. And today's is, what do we love about Adelaide?
Yep.
Because Adelaide was voted the third most livable city in the world.
In the world.
And the best city in Australia.
Yeah.
someone still works in radio.
Yeah.
How many times have you had together? Mix 1023. Welcome back to the most livable city in Australia. Here's Shania Twain.
Let's go, Adelaide.
Coming up next, we're going into a cube for a whole week.
Yeah. Hey, where's the headphones gone?
Oh, gosh. That is such a... Okay.
Go, sorry.
Okay. Anyway. Oh, gosh.
Chance to have a bit of rain outside or maybe a chance of snow if it gets even colder.
I don't want to add context to it, so we're just going to leave them there.
You know what we're going to do? We're not going to talk for a whole day because it's out of survey, so it doesn't really matter.
Whoa.
Wow.
Anyway.
I don't know what that means.
Nah,
but
we can talk
whoa.
about it all. You guys want Subway? My treat.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah. You know what? You know what's so good about that is that we didn't even look at each other. That was brilliant.
You normally call me daddy.
Today. Look at you boys.
Yeah, periods,
People,
everything.
If you were women, I'd say your cycle's synced up.
No, they
Just
really
the
have.
two of you.
Yeah.
people can't tell us apart at the best of times, and we've just said that at the show. Did you hear it like it phased?
I think Jarrod snorted that Coke up his... Like the Coca-Cola.
Oh, jeez.
What is going on here?
There's so much going on in this show.
He's drinking Coke, I think. Okay, go on. There we go.
Jared's a drug addict.
Makes sense for the amount of MCing you do. How does that guy bloody stay awake? Anyway.
There's one moment in every podcast that breaks us, and that was it. So, guys, what about Adelaide, third most livable city in Australia, right? Yeah, edit point.
All right, let's go, Rosie, go.
Am I starting?
Yes.
Guja Street. I love Guja Street.
What do you like about Guja Street?
I love that Guja Street is like a little, because I love food,
Yeah.
I love eating, and I love travelling, and I can't do any travelling.
Is it still Asian heavy with the food, or
Well,
is it slightly changed?
no. Well, it's mostly. I would say mostly Asian, but there is little tastes of everything else. There's like a little bit of what
Gauchos is on there.
Gauchos is
Oh,
Spanish.
yeah.
Is that Spanish?
Argentinian. I mean, that's racist.
And then,
Yeah.
and then the market's there as well. So I love Guja Street. If anyone comes to Adelaide, I take them down to Guja. Get some
Where do you
food.
normally park?
I drive around in circles until I can find one in the back streets or the market.
Just the boat repairs on the corner there. You just chuck it in there.
No one's ever in there at night time.
No, guys, having a service on Monday.
All right, Matty.
Balfour's frog cakes.
You don't actually like them.
Love them.
Really?
Yep. Don't eat them enough, to be honest.
You are the first person I've ever met to actually enjoy those things.
Do you have a preference in colour?
Green.
Really
Yeah.
racist?
Righto. Well, frogs are green.
So what's your record in a sitting? How many you done?
No, I haven't tested that, but maybe we should.
But what is
You test it?
Yeah.
Okay.
what is the thing coming out of their mouth?
A tongue? Is it a tongue?
No, like that. Like the
Yeah,
white.
it's like a
stuff
cream.
on the top.
It's cream.
It's not cream though. It's like sugary. It's like thick. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
It's like a paste.
Talking about the same thing here?
It's like a paste.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like a sugar paste.
Yeah.
I am pushing on.
Andy and I can leave if you want. Hey, Andy, what do you like about Adelaide?
I like the fact that I could walk across Adelaide to the CBD and it only takes around about half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's fair.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that. Yep.
So mine's really predictable, and you said you were going to guess it.
I was going to guess one of the two.
Okay, well, have a guess.
No, because I've got it in my notes.
Can I
So-
guess it?
Yeah, I've got it as well.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I know.
What do
what
you
you
get?
Let's all say on the count of three what we
Right.
think it is. All right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Adelaide
Wine. Oh.
What would you say?
We are the same person.
I'm so sorry. I ruined that.
It actually wasn't in my list.
Wasn't it?
No.
Look.
They've both
I swear we did not call
That
it
is
that.
unreal.
I was like, who employs Jarrod the most? Adelaide
so-
Oval.
I was like, where does he spend most of his time?
Wineries.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair call.
Yeah, that's the other obvious one, I think. Because I think, like, we live closer to the Barossa, but with the Northern Expressway, it's 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
McLaren Vale as well. And I love the wineries in winter. The smell of, like, wood oven pizzas, and it's beautiful. And because I'm a wine drinker, I think that we're very lucky to have the selection of wine we have here so close. So, yep, that's mine.
It was
That's
wine.
Yeah, wineries.
Wineries.
Wine, yeah, same
All right.
thing, yeah.
Second one is you can feel like you're on holidays within like 45 minutes or less.
It's a great one.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
very
like we
good
often
one.
go to Selix, which people live there every day of their lives.
Yeah.
They drive to the city, but we just go there to relax.
I know
and
someone who's got a
unwind.
holiday house in Grange. How
Really?
weird is- and they live in Norwood.
Oh my God.
That'd be Andy
I
soon.
mean, it can take 45 minutes across the city.
Very true,
So-
very true. No,
Yeah.
that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, I love the fact that we had the first ever drive-through smoke marts. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. That's good.
Can you smoke?
No. But just think how lazy that is.
Yep.
I want to grab a pack of cigarettes. I don't have to get out my car. That's fucking sick.
All right, Alex Williamson.
Don't compare me to that. Or me being a beach guy growing up.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, we forgot he's one with water.
Yeah, I rode the BMX down to the beach.
I'm a man of the water.
Check this out,
man
ladies.
of the water. I break waters. I do everything. No, I don't know what that means. I do, but I don't know what context. Anyway, the beaches.
Yeah.
So from Brighton to Second Valley, you know, it's not like Bondi where there's like 1,000 people on the beach
Drowning, yep.
drowning. Christie's Beach, the actual beach itself, is so underrated. So underrated.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
picturesque.
you know why? It's because they keep thinking like Hallett Cove and it's just shells and shit, and that's pretty much it.
But Christie's itself, apart from maybe living in that area, it's actually the beach itself is really nice.
And he brought a trumpet.
The old Andy Trumpet over here, guys, going to chill the world.
All right, well, I've got one, and it is it's a little bit weird because it's not something like an item or a location, but I reckon the best thing about Adelaide is coming back. So you can go anywhere in the world, but Adelaide is always amazing to come home to.
Yeah.
So that feeling of like you go to Melbourne and Sydney, I think like short term, and it's pretty full on. You can go overseas, but then you go, actually, Adelaide is like a big country town, but it has a very nice feel. If you love the lifestyle, you absolutely love the lifestyle.
But wouldn't anyone, I don't want to poo-poo on your 8.
What?
Jeez, you're going to eat your poo. Yeah.
Wouldn't anyone say that about their hometown?
Is that your contribution?
Yeah,
or-
I think so. But yeah, you have a point. I think Adelaide has just that nice sense of ease. I think it takes a particular type of person to love living here, though.
Well, I was going to say, like, I'd written down
Adelaide Oval.
Adelaide Oval.
Yeah.
No, that everyone has shat on Adelaide for being what they call a sleepy town, like old town for years, and now they're all coming back because COVID has fucked up their busy towns, and they're looking for somewhere safe. And this is like Adelaide feels safe. You always hear about people that move sort of to Melbourne or Sydney, and then they come back, and then they say it's the best place to raise a family.
Yep.
Yep.
Question without notice. Can we add 4 to the best team 8 and make it the worst team 4? One of the things that you hate about Adelaide, do you have any off the top of your head? Can I give you a thought starter?
Yep. Thought
so
starter.
the thought starter for me is people saying Lego. That is a pet peeve of mine. I absolutely hate that.
Yep.
So
The lack of jobs in creative industries.
oh jeez.
All right, politician.
All you needed to do was finish that by saying for women especially.
No,
I get what you mean. I get it. It's a good one.
You know the slip lane where people try and merge onto Tapley's Hill Road from Sir Donald Bradman?
Yes.
That is, what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep.
It's a very specific one.
No, it's good though.
But I like it.
You
Can't merge.
drive, like people just stop there and they're looking back like, oh, it's fucking.
Yep.
No, I don't, was that mods? I don't know. Yeah, is he heading off to AFL Max?
Is there any Fluorio milk in the back of his truck?
Is that $10,000 he's going to give away on Nova at some point in the future?
No, they had a mystery word.
What do you got?
Just shit drivers in general.
Yeah, okay.
Far out, man. You know, they get worse in the wet as well.
Yeah.
And we
They
don't
get better.
It's pretty sad that 4 of us have said bad drivers when our roads are so simple. Like there's
but there's roadworks everywhere as well. It's horrible.
major
The
freeways
the
like
roads
there's
are simple,
Perth
but-
and Sydney and Melbourne,
Yeah.
but I'm still a shit.
moving out to where you live, Rosie. I've noticed that the main.
Well, have
roads
you
are-
moved out to where Rosie lives?
Yeah, we're
the
inside.
Italian neighbour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, try that with a neighbour.
I mean, that hello covers a lot of the world with the accents, so I couldn't
Like
think
a
quickly.
minion.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? No, but like the main roads are really packed, and you really have to battle. You know, if you want to go somewhere, you're going to make sure that you're on battle stations.
Yeah. You look like you were milking a cow when you were saying that. Okay, well, we can add that to the socials. Are you still operating with Canvas so you can create
Yeah,
that
I
for us?
just forgot to do it last time, didn't I?
That's fine. If you want to add anything
Sorry,
to
guys.
that, hit us up on the socials at Best Team Mates on Insta, Facebook, and I think it's Best Team Mate on Twitter. I don't know who runs the Twitter account. We got a little bit more to get through. We're going to get to a radio file in a second. We've also got the quiz. Do you want to do the radio file before the quiz or after the quiz? You guys want to talk about
Whatever.
Let's do the radio fail.
All right, well, let's do the radio fail.
Yeah.
Fails.
There's a lot of radio happening at the moment, so you may notice if you are listening to any sort of radio, it's out of survey, which means all of the major teams get a little bit of a break. So they have, on every station, they have the B team, apart from Mix right now, where they've got the A team, which is Rosie Panetta on breakfast on Mix at the moment.
Waiting for you to do the opposite.
No, it's a good time to have, I don't know, I never understood out of survey, because it's not like...
People are still listening. It's still like school is
man.
still on here in Adelaide for 1 week.
Totally agree.
If I start really stuffing things up, people could turn off permanently. Anyway,
Yep, totally agree.
Don't.
So there's a time where this is where you have like limited competitions and stuff. It's because there's just no official ratings period.
But I mean, that's where I used to shine and just hand out heaps of cash from the station and fuck it all up for them.
You did. We had this thing once, which was it Song of the Day?
Birthday payday.
Birthday payday. Andy, we had birthday payday, and Friday was $5,000 Friday. Andy, I think in the space of 1 week gave away $11,000, was it, or something?
No, it was like, I think it was 3 $5,000s.
Yeah.
And was it in survey break?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I was on air, so yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's
well
when the
played.
bosses got angry. It's like, no, we're supposed to save that. We're supposed to save that because it's a specific time for ratings and things.
Yeah, can't give us any more money, so...
Exactly what it was.
It was too specific to be.
yeah, stop giving it away.
What do you got for us, Matty?
Okay, so Tony Jones, some of you might know, is Channel 9 in Melbourne. He
Yeah.
does a little bit of footy. They call him Chompers because he's got massive teeth.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's one of those people that are filling in on radio through people's breaks and all that sort of stuff. And this is what happened when someone called his show.
If you look in the back of one of those ambulances in their heyday compared to the back of a paramedics van today, it would be vastly different, I dare say.
Absolutely no comparison. The ambulances in the old days had a bed. Just a moment, please. Come on, shut that door!
That's awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
Very cute.
I'm trying to find one from Jarrod Waitley, who did, he does AFL 360, I think.
Oh, with Slobbo.
With Mark Robertson. And he got a call from a Collingwood supporter talking about Nathan Buckley. And basically the caller said, can you just, Andy, you be the radio presenter.
G'day.
Han Linden.
Yeah, and you be while I'm looking for this, can you just ask Andy things about Nathan Buckley? So just give a bit of his bio to Nathan Buckley. So like you're calling up going, I've supported Nathan Buckley ever since blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so I've supported Collingwood since Nathan Buckley came to the club in 1992 and he won the Rising Star for Brisbane and then, he was the longest serving captain and...
Who's the radio announcer in this little role play?
All right, next caller.
Yeah. You're the caller.
He won 6 best and fairest and
Okay,
Jarrod's ready.
All right, so I can't find the audio, but
good.
basically what he did was said, all this stuff have you said, Matty, and all I've got is one question. Now, Jarrod Waitley on SEN, it's a hard-hitting show, 9 o'clock in the morning. They call him the voice of sport in
Like
Melbourne.
it's actually hard hitting, not like like press box.
100%.
Rosie.
So then he goes, all of Nathan Buckley's backstory. He was the news of the week, the news of the year. And then I've got one question. And Joe's like, yeah, go for it, mate. Do you reckon he's circumcised?
Oh, my. I saw it on TikTok.
And then he's like, don't call again. I went to air.
I mean, wow, they probably could have dumped that.
Well, that's it. And sometimes with the dump button, you press it once and then you can't press it in anymore for a little while. So keep sending in radio fails if you have any, okay? Have you got an update on what's going on with your life at the moment, Rosie? Well,
I just got an invite to an Illuminate Adelaide event. So I'm add festivals to the things we love about Adelaide, and someone's clearly put me on some type of media list again. Yay! I'm back!
Yay! Can't find it, Matty?
All right, let's go to Secret Sound.
Oh, yeah, the Shifty Sound.
Shifty Sound.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
The Shifty Sound.
Yes, it is the sound that will hopefully win you some Shifty Lizard. Pretty much.
So we've got a voucher to give away. Hashtag the Shifty Sound on Twitter. Get your guesses in there. Hashtag the Shifty Sound. And I can't even remember what it sounds like. All the clues, Andy. You can do all this stuff.
All right, here we go. That's the sound, everybody.
I don't want to offend you.
Or talk all over it. Yep.
Do you think we need to re-record the sound?
No, I like it. It's good. No. The Shifty Lizard guys will be happy as well because
Okay.
we haven't given away heaps.
All right. Oh. What does that sound like to you?
Sounds like you've recorded something and then turned the volume up really loud.
so we can
You're a winner.
So we have to avoid the static.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn the.
Let's talk about watch. It was the last clue, I believe.
Yeah, watch, sung.
Andy's forgotten his third
Have you got another clue?
Is it putting your watch on a charge?
Watch,
I'll give you
sung.
2 clues.
Okay.
Sam. And but.
I think I know what it is.
Oh, I don't.
I think I know what it. I think I know part of it. Can I help? And I'll because it's been now
Well, how can you
4 or
help if
5
you
weeks.
don't know?
I don't, but I want to. I want to guess one of your clues, and then I'll leave it there. So tell me if I'm on the mark.
Yeah.
The sound, and with the clue of Sam, it's got something to do with the Mac.
What's Sam and Matt got to do with it? Oh, he's a person.
Okay.
Sorry, Sam.
Hashtag the Shifty Sound. Let's get into the quiz to wrap up this round. It's great to be back because I've missed you all so
it's been
much.
good.
I have missed you all heaps.
All right, it's not over yet, guys.
Ah, that's
Save
4
the
minutes. Not gonna go.
goodbyes. Yeah, no, I've got 3 minutes to my car park. All right.
Yeah, mine expired half an hour ago.
Oh, God. All right. I've got some sounds and I just closed them. So,
What are our buzzers?
Oh, jeez. I didn't think about that.
Jeez.
No. Could you burp on cue? Maybe.
No.
Do.
Maybe just our names, maybe.
Okay, it could be just your names.
Jarrod.
Andy, Matt.
Mandy.
All right. Okay, finish this iconic line from South Park. Oh my God, they killed
Jarrod.
Kenny.
Yeah.
You bastards.
You bastards.
I'm going to win today.
Staying with South Park, I want to hear your best Mr. Garrison impersonation.
Oh, Andy wins this one hands down. I
All
reckon.
right. You can each have a go if you give me what I want.
Oh, hang on. I forgot
What does
what
that mean? What do you want?
I want the answer.
Yeah, Jarrod. Okay.
Go on.
drugs, man.
What?
Do that again?
Nah.
No, that was good.
Drugs, man. Okay.
That was good.
Is that Mr. Garrison or the other guy?
Oh, yeah, that's not Mr.
No,
Garrison,
that's-
is it?
Hang on.
That's the counsellor guy.
Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Garrison. No, that's Carmen.
Do you want to have a go, Andy?
Fuck.
He's the one who goes, Mr. Hat. That's Mr. Garrison.
Is it?
He talks to Mr. Hat. Just
Just say
Fucking hell.
anything.
I'm trying to get the mode. Okay, why can't I do this?
We're all
Okay,
watching.
okay.
This is like the first time I've ever spoken on a microphone.
Yeah.
Just do another version of MK.
Okay.
Have you got it?
Because...
Okay.
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 That's Cartman.
Yeah, it was...
Okay, so who got that
I'm
point?
going to give it to you, Jarrod. All right.
What was the teacher's name then?
No, Mr. Garrison is a teacher.
Yeah.
He doesn't say okay.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He
Sorry.
does.
Okay, keep going.
Is that not... That is totally Mr. Garrison.
Okay, keep going.
All right,
Sorry.
question 3. Who was the hottest member of the Backstreet Boys?
Jarrod. Jarrod. Who's the hottest member? Oh,
This is so subjective.
obviously AJ.
Matt. Nick?
Wait.
I was going to say Nick too. Yeah.
It was going to be the first one in, as long as you didn't say Kevin, so you get the point,
Oh, yeah.
Jarrod.
Yeah.
Federline.
Speaking of heartthrobs, Alex Dimitriadis played
Yeah,
Nick
Jarrod.
Poulos.
In the Heartbreak Kid.
No.
Wog
So
boy.
the guy who says okay, that's Mr. Mackey.
Oh.
Sorry.
Rewrite the quiz.
That's okay.
No, go on.
What did Mr. Garrison say?
He had Mr. Hat.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I give the point to you.
Yes.
Okay, well done,
Matt,
well done.
So now it's 3-1.
What was that question about Alex
Alex,
Dimitriadis?
you didn't get it. Alex Dimitriadis played teenage heartthrob Nick Poulos in which 90s TV show in Australia?
Oh, he was in the
Heartbreak
movie
High.
The Heartbreak Kid, and then he was in Heartbreak High. Yeah.
Okay,
Andy said that.
Did you say Heartbreak High?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, where are these freaking buzzers? We
Oh, no, I
spent
said it, but I was
a
like,
whole minute trying to decide. All right.
Okay.
In the oh, God. Who said Okay, if it wasn't Mr. Garrett.
Shimmer.
It was definitely an older. I should have went with that. In the Matrix, does Neo take the blue pill or the red pill?
Jarrod.
Andy.
KFC.
Blue pill.
No.
Matt, red pill.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What? Another audio question.
Oh, good.
Okay. What pop vocal group performs at the end of Bridesmaids?
Jarrod? Is that Wilson Phillips?
It is Wilson Phillips.
What the hell is that? The fuck is that?
Yeah,
I've
great
never
song.
heard of it.
It's a great song.
Don't you know?
Don't know the words.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I was going to say Atomic Kitten,
Oh, yeah, good band.
but it wasn't.
No, it
You
wasn't.
hold on for one more day. Okay.
bad.
I need to go, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which TV soapy featured the long-running feud between Taylor and Brooke?
Oh, Matt.
Yep.
Andy. Bold and Beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You guys
well done.
are like even. I'm not counting. Are you counting?
Yeah, with 3-all.
Yeah.
3-all.
I mean, I think I'm on 4. Andy's on 1.
Okay, since you
Oh,
loved.
did I score, did I? Sweet.
All right, since you loved my last musical question so
we?
much,
Yep.
you did. Toucher, Touch Me, Sweet Transvestite, and Time Warp are songs from which musical?
Port Adelaide Football Club, every night you do a game.
What?
That's what you say.
Jarrod. Rocky Horror?
It is Rocky Horror. Right, last question.
Andy needs to go.
Which we all know is the one that starts it all. All right, you got to put the volume back up. You took it down. You're delaying yourself here, mate. Are you ready? Are you ready? What was that noise
What?
that I just heard?
I don't know. Was it you?
No, okay. Is the volume up?
Yeah.
For 20 points and to bring this podcast to an end,
Yeah.
name this ad.
KFC. Edgel. McCain's
what?
Corn.
I'm going to give it to you, Jarrod.
Yeah.
Which means you win.
Oh, I've got to write the question.
Don't try so hard next time.
Guys, thank you very much. It's been great to be here. Con and Lena Brighton Trophy Centre, Stavros, Steve the Pirate, Shifty Lizard. We will be there in the coming days. Share this on your socials. Love you guys. Catch you next time.
Brought to you by the Brighton Trophy Centre. Cups, trophy, badges, medals. Yeah, we do it better. Best team mates. DTC, BTM, BTS. Yeah. Best team mates. Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Oscars.
Hi, Jeremy Cordeaux in the Court of Public Opinion. I'm just on air here to let you know that we'll be live streaming the Court of Public Opinion every Friday between 9 o'clock and 12 on jeremycordeaux.com. Please join us. We'd love to have you.